that the Somalian community is very important to us here in the UK, and Somali and UK relations are also very important, and we want to work with you on your journey.
My name's Selaam. I just finished from Queen Mary University. I just finished as the president of the Somali Society. When I first started, the first year was during COVID, so I wasn't really around much. By the second year, I joined my Somali Society as the head of charity. I was introduced to African Relief Fund and the Abdijaliil and companies like that. I'd also had some experience with some fundraising due to Bright Youth Forum and Bright Centres when I was a child. I think the 3 years of university were really stressful, but I think the outcome, inshallah ta'ala, will be worth it. I'm due to go to teaching come September, so inshallah it should be okay. I feel accomplished. I think my whole life has been about education, so I think now that I finally finished university, I'm the first in my family to finish university, so it's a big achievement. I was full of this sense of emptiness, I guess. My whole life has been dedicated towards exams and doing better and striving, and now I can essentially just rest. And I think I wasn't prepared for the sense of emptiness that you feel that when you come towards the end of education. The importance of community. I think, especially being part of the Somali Society and being the president for the last year, I think the importance of all of us coming together as Somalis, as young Somalis, old Somalis, and wanting to do better for our community back in this UK and back home, I think that's something that you can't beat. I think dedication towards your people is something that you should strive towards, whether you are from a poor or rich background. Apart from Ilahi, I think my hoyo, she really supported me throughout this whole time, especially during the COVID and the pandemic. She was really there for me. She supported me during my whole university time. Any decisions that I made, whether she supported them or not, she would always say, Selaam, at the end of the day, it's your life. Do what makes you happy. I think I could always thank her for that.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yeah, I was brought here by invitation. I'm co-president of the Somali Society at Cambridge, and I found this was like a wonderful opportunity to celebrate the achievements of Somali students around the UK, and I'm privileged and grateful to be a part of this tonight. So I've been at university for 2 years, so I'm a second year economics student at Cambridge, and what interests me about this event was the opportunity to connect with and network with successful Somali students and graduates from around the UK and in the past, and try and learn a lot from them. To the graduates, congratulations on all your hard work getting to this point, and inshallah you'll be able to give back to your community, your family, and everyone who's either attending this event or can't attend this event but will be affected by what you do in the future.
This day is really special to me because I think it's important to get Somalis in the community together and have a place where we're allowed to celebrate our achievements, and I think that's important because it brings up the community and it encourages others in the community to do the same. So I think, yeah, it's very important. I guess the only message I can send is you can do it, because showing people that there are people like you that exist, that are doing it and are doing well, is important in representation and shows you that it's possible. So yeah, my only message to the girls out there is that you can do it, and if you want to do it, you put your mind to it and you succeed. Definitely my mum, alhamdulillah. She didn't restrict me from doing things that I wanted to do, and she did support me. Obviously, going to uni and moving out for uni, I go to Oxford. That was a big decision in the household, and it's not something that you see usually in the Somali communities. That took some convincing, but I think, alhamdulillah, my mum understood the opportunities and the doors that going to University of Oxford would give me. So yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to her and say alhamdulillah that she's my mum and she allowed me to do what I want to do. I'm going to do an internship at HSBC this summer, inshallah, starting Monday, and I hope that after that it will probably, hopefully, inshallah, turn into a grad offer, and I could look into banking, but working in the Islamic sector of banking, and again showing that that's possible too, and it's not something that's taboo or haram, and something that is possible. So yeah, possibly that, but I'm still keeping my doors open, trying a bunch of different things, maybe consulting, I'm not so sure yet.
Opportunity to see what I could aspire to. Inshallah, I'll be able to be here, being recognized, and then to inspire other generations of Somali students, inshallah. But yeah, it's really lovely. I'm really honored to be here today. I'd say believe in yourself and also trust that you will do it. There's going to be struggles at the end of the day, but inshallah you will prevail, you'll be able to do it, and you'll see the rewards. Keep in mind our community, because that's the way we can grow and get stronger. Inshallah, if we help each other, we'll be able to be amazing.
Hi, my name is Ayan Sheikh Noor, and I just want to congratulate all the graduates of 2023, and I wish you guys all the best.
Hi, my name is Hamza Hassan. I just want to say congratulations to all the graduates of 2023, and all your hard work has paid off. Congratulations to the parents for helping them and supporting their children through this. Well done.
Hello, my name is Hawam Hamoud. I manage Mother and Child Welfare Organisation. It's a Somali charity based in London, Somalia and Kenya. I want to firstly congratulate all our future leaders and send them many congratulations for being the 5 top% high achievers. I would also like to congratulate their parents, especially our Somali Hoyas, who they every day in, day out, work so hard in order for our children to get the best education. So I just want to say many congratulations. And I also want to say to any other young person, or even adults, you're never too old, you're never old for education, that is actually studying at the moment, to say, you can do anything, you can achieve anything. As long as you set your mind to it, you work hard, anything is possible. So good luck to the people that are studying at the moment, and many congratulations to the ones that have achieved and finished university.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to British-Somali Graduation Ceremony 2023. It's going to be a year like no other, an event like no other. This is our 3rd anniversary for the British-Somali graduates from different universities across the country, in the UK mainly, of course. And tonight we celebrate the achievements of some of the brothers and sisters who are already with us here tonight. So let me start with thanking you all for coming, because time is the most important thing. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Thank you for coming, and thank you not only coming but also giving us your attention and listening to the program. Apart from that, tonight's program we have 2 different segments. The first segment will be about speakers coming on the stage, and they will be delivering a few notes. The second segment of the program is the presenting the award to the winners and to the achievers. So we'll start with our keynote speakers tonight, and from there, the second part of the program, it will be about awarding and celebrating the achievement of our brothers and sisters in the building tonight. So without further ado, and not taking much of your time, let me start with the recitation of the Holy Quran by our very special brother Sheikh Ismail Saeed, who is a regular member and a special friend to the program. One of the finest brothers, and a young Sheikh who understands the needs of the young Somalis in Britain, who is bridging the gap between the young and the religion. So, brother Sheikh Ismail Saeed, welcome to this stage.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. هذا وفرح السنة هي سنة كذا حاجة ناقصة بقلو قاسم وحبيب الله قال إلا كجبوا وإنا متقنا إن شاء الله جغدا يصدون إن شاء الله تعالى. ولا ليال إلهي فليس وإلهي بفضل الله مش أسوك كيني. marka kitaabka Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala dib u jaleecdo waxa arkaysaa in Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala u faaniyay dadka shukriga badan. Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala nabiyadiis kamid ah wuxuu ku sheegay innahu kana 'abdan shakura, wuxuu ahaa mid aad u shukri badan. Ibrahim alayhi salam kadalika Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala wuxuu ku sifeeyay shakiran li an'umihi ishtabahu wa hadahu ila siratal mustaqim. Shukriga وإلهي سفويك سكمتها شكور سبحانه وتعالى. إلهي سبحانه وتعالى وجعله عبدك سيكون شكرين سوبته سجى فضلي ينعمد يونا ودن سو سكنا سبحانه وتعالى. وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها. نعمة إلهي سبحانه وتعالى هدان ما هد أفر السنة إلا برتو ما حساب كرنو. wax walba oo naga sareeya ama naga hooseeyo ama aan ku soconno ama xirannahay ama aan ku noolnahay waa fadliga ilaahay subxaanahu wa tacaala iyo nicmadiisa marka faa'iidooyinka inuu cabdiga ilaahay ku shukriyo waxaa ka mid ah in uu cabdi noqonayo ictiraaf leh oo ictiraafaya kii nicmada siiyey fadliga siiyey wanaagga siiyey إلهي سبحانه وتعالى منكم بني آدم كشيء وحول لي إلهي سبحانه وتعالى وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون لها يمتقنا إندها يأفك إلهي سبحانه وتعالى ديال تذكر بضنا إلهي سبحانه وتعالى كم شكريا مركب قفكم مركب شكريو اعترافها يا وشيغا يا وقرنا يا إن فضله إلهي سبحانه وتعالى وليه مركب عقلا يا قاندا تذكر إلهي سبحانه وتعالى كشكريو فإذا الشكر كذلك وحكمت إن الزيادة إلهي سبحانه وتعالى وحيي لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم هدا يقول شكر سان هدا شكر سان لأزيدنكم وحق ليدهن إن الزيادة مرك هدا زيادة ربطه فضل هدا ربطه إن هدا هرمر ربطه وإن إلهي سبحانه وتعالى يقول شكر سان مرك كذلك waxaa ka mid ah faa'iidooyinka laga helayo shukriga Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala in cadaabka Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala ka badbaado Ilaahay wuxuu yiri ma yaf'alu Allahu bi'adabikum Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala cadaabkiina muxuu ku falayaa la in shakartum hada Ilaahay ku shukrisan wa aamantum aamantan marka hada Ilaahay ku shukriso waxa ka badbaadaysaa cadaabka Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala koos marka hore waxa ictiraaftay in abdi dhaif tahay oo lagu abuuray وحق له لي كذلك ولا ليال قفك إلهي كشكريو وحو مر والبا متقانا نقولنا يا قف بوزيتيف قف النيجاتيف هاد because wuxuu og yahay nicmadu haysto dad badan inay sid haysan marka mar walba wuxuu xasuusanayaa nicmadan Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala uu siiyay inay u baahan tahay inuu ku shukriyo inuu ogaado nabiga sallallahu alayhi wasallam isagoo tukanaya oo mutaqan salaada aad u dheereeyay baa Bilaal yiri ya rasuulullah Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala dambiga kii hore iyo kii dambe waa ku dhaaf maxaa cibaadadan badan mutaqana oo isugu dhibaysa nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam wuxuu yiri awala akunu abdan shakuran Bilaal miyaan inaan noqdo ahayn abdi Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala ku shukriyo طبعا بني آدمك دائما وحو دوناء وفرادية زيادة وفرادية موسى عليه السلام مركو إلهي لا هضي وإلهي سبحانه وتعالى وإماضي وإلهي سبحانه وتعالى هضي طبعا مركا قف أجعشها مقشو وحاجعلان السائنا أرخته مركا موسى عليه السلام وحد البضي إلهي سبحانه وتعالى إنه أركو موسى وحاليا ما أركي كرتين لكن بورتا سفيري هذا بورتا ماشي للتقناتو وهي أركي دونتا إلهي سبحانه وتعالى بكو بورتي استصي بورتي ويبا بعضي ويبا بورتي إلهي سبحانه وتعالى وحكير موسى يا موسى إن اصطفيتك على الناس برسالاتي وحاندتك كاغدرت أو كسي رسالوين كيغا وبكلامي هذا الكيغا فخذ ما آتيتك وحان كسي قادو وكن من الشاكرين وحان قطابت كشكري مركا نعمد انت كجرتو وحا اوغاتا إنه نعمد آد أبضا إنه تحي أبضا تحي إنه كشكريسو وأوغاتو هدي إله سبحانه وتعالى عفمات كسي dad badan baa isbitaalada jif haduu mutaqana Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala awlaad ku si waxa ogaataa kuwa badan in awlaad lahayd hadii guri iyo amni ah haysato kuwa badan baa jiro aan haysan marka Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala inaan ku shukran daa'iman aan ogaano fadligiisa Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala aan Ilaahay ku xidhnaano aad ma santiin barakallahu fiikum jazakumullahu khair
very much for your time and for now let's welcome the owner minister in the building for housing in the Department for Levelling Up, Housing and Communities. We know how ministers busy they are. We know how things are in the UK, and for her to come here tonight and support this event, it really means a lot, and we appreciate for your time. Please welcome the Right Honourable Felicity, the MP Minister for Housing in the Department for Levelling Up and Housing Communities.
A pleasure to be with you this evening, and what an amazing turnout. And also I feel quite when I hear about PhDs and all of these postgraduate students. I did go to university, but I left after my first degree. But it's a real pleasure to be here. And the Somalian community is very important to us in the UK and also to me in Kensington. We have a large Somalian community in Kensington. It's well represented here tonight, and you add so much to our community. So thank you for that. I'm delighted to have one of the most diverse constituencies in Parliament, and I must say all of the communities add so much to life in Kensington. I was delighted to go and visit the Baraka Community Association a few months ago and hear of some of the good work being done. I feel very, very strongly about education. I went to a comprehensive school in the north of Scotland, but by dint of hard work and a bit of determination, I went to university, and I think that really was my stepping stone to my future career. And being Scottish by birth, the Scots community, very similar to the Somalian community, we put an awful lot of weight and value into education. I'm delighted to represent a constituency that has got some of the best state schools in the country in this constituency. Obviously a lot of private schools too. But I just want to say that celebrating education and educational achievements is very, very important to me. I also want to talk about the UK and Somalia. I'm not a Foreign Office Minister, so I'm saying this more in a personal capacity. I'm a housing minister. But there's no question that the UK and Somalia are working very closely together. Somalia is making good progress when it comes to political reform, educational reform, when it comes to the work that you are doing on the security side. And I don't know if you saw, but our ambassador to the UN gave a speech in June, and the message is very much so that the UK wants to work and help Somalia in your journey to peace and prosperity. I know that the Somalian community in the UK do face issues, and certainly if you're my constituent, do feel free to come to me, and I'm here to help you. Unfortunately, I can only help residents in Kensington. It's just the way that Parliament works. But if you are local to Kensington, please do come up and approach me. Qasim has mentioned to me some of the issues with bank accounts in Somalia and being able to transfer money. And it's certainly something that I'm happy on behalf of constituents to look into. I don't have any instant solutions, but happy to look into that. I also want to give my thanks to the organisers. I know that this is a very large event, and for all of the work that it has taken. I want to thank the sponsors, Hormuz Telecom and Hormuz University. Thank you for your generosity. And I just want to conclude by saying that the Somalian community is very important to us here in the UK, and Somalian-UK relations are also very important, and we want to work with you on your journey to peace and prosperity.
waxaan hadda daawanay oo la baleegareeyay video 4 daqiiqo socday waa ka hadda loo sheegay walaalkan Maxamed Saciid Saxaaf waxaad arkayseen waxa ka socda dalkii gudihiisa taasoo ku dhiirigelinaysa qof kastoo Soomaalida dibadda jooga wadankeena iyo horumarka uu ku tallaabsanayo dhinacyo kala duwan Telecom oo tusaale ah sida hadda arkayseen success story-ga Soomaaliya waxay ku tallaabsatay tallaabooyin waaweyn oo dhinacyo kala duwan taabanaya philosophically waxaan aaminsanahay dal waxa lagu dhisi karaa aqoonta waxa lagu dhisi karaa cilmiga taasoo sababta keenaysa inaan munaasabadan taageerno si xoogan uga soo qayb galno waxoogaa ku bixino waalidka halkan jooga iyo ardayda halkan waxaan si muuqata uga u xoojinay waxbarashada anagoo ka qayb qaadanay barnaamijka la yiraahdo Javelin program oo dawladda Ingiriiska Foreign Commonwealth Office-ka oo matalisa safaaradda Ingiriiska ee Soomaaliya aan kula partner garowno oo aan sponsor garayno arday Soomaaliyeed oo hadda wax ku barata dalalka dibadda gaar ahaan UK wax ku baranay aqoon kala duwan baranay waxaan qayb ka noqonay inaan scholarship siino ardayda Soomaaliyeed talentiga gaarka ah leh sanadkiiba tira aad u fara badan oo jaamacadaha dalka gudihiisa ay wax ku bartaan ganacsiga shirkadu ay ku jirtaa wuxuu la tartamay casriga iyo standardska caalamka ku tallaabsanayo waxaad daawaneyseen in shirkadu ku guuleysatay abaalmarino iyo certifications caalami ah oo ay ka mid ahay GSN certification ay ka mid ahay life funding kamid Goroma ay ka mid ahay information security ISO award waxaasoo dhan waxay taabanayaan shirkadda operationska shaqay hayso qaybaheeda kala duwan oo la certify gareeyay si uu noqon karta adeeg la isku halayn karo dadka Soomaaliyeed aamini karaan caalamkana waafaqsan dariska lagu shaqeeyo أنا هذا مركز كوسام بقى أو عن سنة كيف مرة سنة وكالة تسوون ما ده شرف بينات هاي أنت صوم مسلم مناسبة دانا هذا نقوم هذا علنا.
But he is the first British-Somali leader of a political group in the country. That is a huge achievement. And I'm sure we'll hear about his other project at some point, but if you want a hint, just look at your table. And I can't wait to taste this sauce. And it's great to see so many political leaders, the MP, councillors from across London. Great to see all of you. You know, one of the things often people say when, you know, we're talking to, especially to universities, to young people in sixth forms as well, is there's a lot of, I think, kind of apathy and disenchantment with politics and kind of whether that might be something that you want to do. And I hear it all the time. These problems are so big, whether it's conflict or climate change or economic inequality. These are big, big problems, and sometimes our politics can seem quite small, but I'm certain that it's the people in this room that have the answers to those big problems. You're actually the people that will solve it. So there needs to be pathways to leadership, and that's really my main with this foundation. Was to encourage young people into leadership. He said that is the single most important thing he can do as a former president of the most powerful country in the world. And that doesn't mean places in leadership tomorrow or in 10 years, it means now. And I think that's what inspires me with this group here, because I can already see, just from the conversations I've had coming in this evening, how many of you will be in those leadership roles and will help solve those big problems. And we desperately need that from you. And I agree with Obama 100%. So that's all I wanted to say. Consider my door always open for those of you that are local. It'd be great to meet you through the evening. And I look forward to seeing what...
Okay, Selaam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'll have to do it in English. So my Somali is a bit cracking, yeah? So I would like to foremost thank everybody that is in the room and everybody that they made their time to come to this special event. This is not my first time coming here. Been invited by our councillor, now our leader as well, Councillor Qasim Ali. So, and thank you for the organisers for continuous, you know, inspiration, and the graduates in the room. I would like to give my huge thanks to the Deputy Mayor that come out to take your time and to obviously take part in this event. Also to my other colleagues, we've got, not to forget, our Minister, Felicity. We've got our brothers and sisters, Hodan and Nasir, councillors in London. It's already been mentioned a couple of times, but it's a huge honor for me to mention again that, you know, we're not only hugely proud of you, Qasim, of the work that you've been doing, but amazingly it tops up that you are the first recognizable councillor, but also the main leader in the whole of the UK. So thank you so much and many congratulations. I carry on saying that, you know, the Barakat community, Barakat Community Association, for their remarkable event, you know, efforts and everything that they do of, you know, the equality of education. We're looking at supporting children from disadvantaged communities. Their contribution is hugely, you know, valuated and, you know, obviously very much valid. But towards the contribution, you know, building the future of the children is truly commendable and deserves a huge appreciation. So big thank you for them as well. Thank you. It's really important and really, you know, again, this is a huge opportunity for me to say thank you and hugely proud of, you know, our Somali graduates to educate, you know, and put themselves through all of this knowledge and making themselves believable and, you know, that they can do anything and everything that is possible. So congratulations once again to you all tonight. Finally, I just wanted to thank Hormuz Telecom, which is the largest provided, private health-owned communication company, and Hormuz University. So it's a communication company who looks at education, powers, makes teaching and methods, looked at other much admirations. Hormuz Telecom and Hormuz University for sponsoring, you know, this event throughout 3 years, I think it is now, long-standing in the Kensington. I must say, looking forward to you again, hopefully next year, and also welcoming you to work with you for the long running coming, inshallah. So thank you very much. It wasn't much, but thank you.
Go to the next part. I would like you, everybody, to give a huge warm welcome to a brother who worked tirelessly, not just for this event, but also for other things, including, I remember when he said, I'm going to go into politics, and then he did, and he went back to Somalia, and then he tried his very best to help Somalia, and he did in a way that was unique, and then he's back to the UK again. Now he's a councillor. Not only that, he's the leader of Kensington and Chelsea Labour Group of councillors, and he was also the Labour councillor for Dalgo Ward in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. The main person who, in my view, works tirelessly for this event far beyond anyone else. So please welcome Brother Councillor Qasim Ali, the leader of the Kensington and Chelsea Labour Group.
I'll say again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all of you. The Right Honourable Minister, Felicity Backen, Kensington MP, thank you very much for coming today, and thanks for joining your constituents. Most of them are here, and those who were invited across the country. May I also thank the Deputy Mayor, a colleague of mine. I'll be happy to call him a friend, who've been working with me in the housing and communities when I was the chair of the housing communities for the last 4 years at Kensington and Chelsea, and he worked tirelessly with me. So thank you, Councillor Dori Schmetling, for coming this evening and joining us. Please do join me to thank him. I also wish to thank brothers, councillors, Brother Nasir Abi, who's been working with me so hard. We've been working together for the last 12 months on different issues in different areas. Thank you, Brother Nasir Abi. Likewise, Sister Hodan, Councillor Hodan Haile, and Councillor Muna Ali, coming all the way from the Hampton for you, inshallah, for coming. And as the leader for the Somalis for Labour, I may have founded the organization some time ago, but I'm glad to be led by a woman who's talented and who's giving all the Somali councillors checks. So I'm looking forward to the next meeting you organize as the leader of the Somalis for Labour, and we hopefully will join you under your leadership. Councillor Marwan Al-Nagi, a good colleague of mine, a friend, has been working with me for the last 5 years in the council, and looking forward to, he's also a doctor, a lecturer at university, who will be happy to support, and we've been working together on a project to build institutional building for Hormuz University, and we are working together to get this job done. Thank you very much, Brother Councillor Marwan, for coming as well. On the note of the councillors, please do accept my apologies if I keep calling councillors, because it's important to acknowledge the work they do, and believe you me, politics is not an easy one. No. Believe you me, it is not. It is not. I would like to thank a dear friend and dear brother, Councillor Abdijaliil Noor, the founder of a Baraka Community Association, who's been working tirelessly for this organization in North Kensington and in Kensington and Chelsea. And without him taking the leadership he has taken for nearly 30 years, we wouldn't have been here today. So, Brother Abdijaliil, a personal thanks to you and what you have been doing for the community. And I'm sure you will be recognized for the good work you have been doing, inshallah. I also would like to thank, since we are finishing off with the politicians, a friend of mine, Joe Powell, the Labour Kensington MP candidate for 2024 is here. Joe has been working tirelessly for the local communities, and he made sure that he joined us this evening. So Joe, thank you very much, as well as Axel, who's sitting next to him and enjoying, I'm sure, the start of the evening. I'm sure we're all having fun. Brothers and sisters, graduation ceremony that we're here for this evening is personal for me. And I think it goes back to my good old years of coming out of an industry of public transport and going back to university. I've never been to university before then. But it starts in university and a journey that I wanted to go through. But then again, as a starter of UCL Somali Society back in 2009, I've realized the importance of having societies and working with the communities and making sure that our community, the British Somalis, will be recognized for their contribution throughout the country. Not just here in London or in West London or in Kensington or Chelsea, but far beyond the corners of the country. And that's why we have a minister and a sitting MP and a sitting minister in this government, in the UK government, who is from Scotland, joining us now and enjoying the evening with us. Thank you very much, Felicity, for coming all the way from Scotland to join us for this important stuff. Really, graduation ceremony, the back of it started back in technically 2007, 2008, but beforehand, when we wanted to do the issue was back in 2009. And the first one we have actually did was 2019, almost 10 years later. And I wouldn't have done, or I wouldn't have started British graduation ceremony if it was not the support of Hormuz. And if it was not the support of a personal friend of mine who actually knew what the society was, as he was then representative of worldwide Somali students and professionals, Brother Abdullah Ahmed Noor, who is leading now the delegation from Hormuz. So thank you very much, brother, for joining me at that time. And our friendship started back then as a student, although he was in Malaysia and I was in UCL, University College London, in central London. But then again, we knew the importance of, and the first event we did together was back in 2012, if you remember, and we did absolutely amazing. What else Qasim has in mind? And on that note, and I know you're having a starter, politics, although it's a wonderful thing, I would like to remind you back in 2020, on one evening on, I think it was Monday, 26th of October, I was running out of hot sauce. And then I just tired of the queuing of the supermarkets. Then I said, why can't I just make one own? I always love to make it, why not? And then I started Kensington sauce. Ever since I have been researching, and you know when we do here in Kensington and Chelsea, it is not an easy place to do. It's something like, you know, if you want to do something you can do, but you have to do in Kensington and Chelsea, it has to be a premium sauce. And I'm sure you will be enjoying the premium sauce. We specifically made it tonight not too hot, so that all of you can at least enjoy. But the real one for me is the one that I feel the hotness, and that will be the next level. So Kensington sauce, if I may say, hopefully will be launched formally in October this year. And tonight we've only cooked for you guys to enjoy and to taste it and give us some feedback, hopefully. We're not only doing it for the graduates, we also want to support the young entrepreneurs, people who are starting initiatives. So Hormuz perhaps can come on board and get involved in Kensington sauce one day. Who knows? And get Kensington sauce throughout the country, throughout the world, and make sure that we can be the leaders of not just in education, but also leaders for food manufacturing, entrepreneurship in a different level. So the business is the way forward. And finally, to finish it off, although it's sweet, it's sugar-free. So you can definitely enjoy it for those of you. And there's a low salt, if I add a bit of marketing. But if it's too hot for you, I apologize. But that's not too hot for me. I can have the whole bottle on my own. Brothers and sisters, once again, life has been a journey. And I'll say this to the graduates. You may have been really doing well at university. That's why you're here, and that's why we're celebrating with you. But believe you me, open your minds and thank Allah for whatever you have done. Without the support of Allah, and without the guidance of Allah and the support of your parents, you wouldn't have been where you are today. So big thanks to the parents, the fathers and mothers who have been supporting you. Please join me to thank them all for their good hard work. And as I said, the British-Somali community is growing strength to strength. I won't talk about politics that much, but I would like us to be a representative of our community in different levels. We've seen the NHS doctor, we've seen politicians, we want a business community. We can't do far more greater than this, and I'm sure we will do. So, inshallah, the sky is the limit, as they say, but this time we will make sure we will even progress a little bit more. On the final note, when I started working on projects of organizing, getting the community mobilization, I got married and I had my first son at the time. That was 15 years ago. And I would never have done what I have done without my family's support. Especially with my wife's support. Without the support of my wife, who has joined me tonight for the first time in a group. Naseho sitting right there, and I would like to thank her for accepting me sometimes, or accepting some crazy ideas when I come up with, and saying to me, Kasim, take it easy. You don't overdo it sometimes, but then still, I wouldn't have done what I have done without the support of my wife. So thank you, Naseho, for what you have been doing. And guess what? My oldest and the youngest are also in the room. We always say, Daddy, what are you doing? I'm going to a meeting, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So we have Ayman, the first child. I know he doesn't like me because, and of course, the family has joined me tonight for that specific reason, to show them that this community can go from strength to strength. And I would like to thank Ayman first, as my first child. Ayman, of course, Ibrahim is here, Safiya is here, and Adam, the youngest, 5 years old, who some of you may have seen on social media when we're celebrating Eid. And I'm sure this is what we want our community to be, a proud family. Fathers and mothers are all working together to support their children so that they can improve and progress. And without their support, I wouldn't have been where I am today. And I live life for them. And I would like to thank them once again for their support. And obviously my sisters are here, and Fawzia and Hibo, as well as for your support. And finally, brothers and sisters, and just to switch now to one or two sentences, if you don't mind, Deputy Mayor Dore. I know you wanted everyone to speak English, but I'm sure you'll allow me to switch to Somali now, 1 or 2 sentences. I think we have been speaking quite a lot. in English. And waxaan rabaa wax yar inaan ku iraahdo. Haddaan nahay the British-Somali community ee degan dalkan UK, wax badan ayaan qaban karnaa. Dadkeena dhibaataysan wax badan ayaan ka caawin karnaa. Waa ogahay community badan baa hadda nala fadhiyo. Organization badan waa arkay Sheikh Ismaaciil waad arkayseen hadda oo ka hadlay wanaaga iyo wanaag sameeyay. walaashayna ciimo waa kana wajida ka carruurta xabsiyada iyo ka caawinaysay ay fadhisaa dhammaan dadkaas oo dhan ee wanaagsan walaalaheen organization badan ay ka kala metelay business badan wax badan ay caawin karnaa marka waxaan rabaa maadaama aan Soomaaliya ka soo shaqeeyay last sentence inaan Soomaaliya ku iraahdo dawladdan Ingiriiska wax badan hadda naga dhaxeeyo siyaasaddu waa isbedeshaa ministradu waa isbedelaan laakiin dadka iyo dalkii wali waa socdaa waa dhaqayan waa aragteen waxaan rajaynayaa insha Allah ta'ala maadaama aan mudane Xasan Sheekh madaxweynaha Soomaaliya la soo shaqeeyay hadda ka hor haddana aan still rabo inaan dadka Soomaaliyeed dhibaatada heesa ka caawino waxa ugu muhiimsan ka wada hadal waxay in Soomaaliya laga caawiyo banking system iyo si loo abuuro dhaqaale banki ah oo the banks oo the UK oo kale ku leeyihiin rajaynayeen inaan wasiirada ka wada shaqeyn doono si Soomaaliya ay u hesho dadka Soomaaliyeed aan loogu dhibin account ma furrin xawaaladahan garabka lacagta lagu wado waa inaan ka baxnaa 2023 aan ku jirnaa maanta marka waxaan rajaynayaa insha Allah ta'ala inaan dhaqaalaheena meel fiican maro waxaan rajaynayaa dadka in laga caawin doono waxaan rajaynayaa inaan hor u socon doono mar kale walaalayaal intaas aan ku soo gabagabeynaa fadlan igu mahad celiyo walaalkay Maxamed Saciid iyo dhamaan khiyaartooda Faysal iyo Maxamed oo aad u dadaalay iyo dhamaan organizers oo kale hadaan la'aantooda ahayn wax ma qaban karin anaga and finally please join me to thank wonderful organizers, not the Qasim you always hear, but the real guys who are doing Brother Muhammad Saeed, Faisal, Abdullahi, and they are the really, Brother Muhammad, they are the real ones who are pushing and making sure that this kind of event happens. So you may have heard my name, but they're the real ones. So please join me to thank them once and for all. Thank you very much indeed for your good work. And on that note, I'm out.
فضلا نرسل دوية سفي عنا قصو دوية ولالكي عبدالله أحمد نور وواحد the Chief Finance Officer of Ceremony. سفي عنا ونسع بينه دقيقة صعب كبيرة قابلها هلا بالمركز صعب واسع. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, Abdullah Ahmed Noor, Chief Finance Officer of Ceremony.
I want to thank the Right Honourable Minister Felicity Bakken. I also want to thank the Deputy Mayor of Kensington and Chelsea, Councillor Dory, and all the councillors and the community leaders and the honourable guests who attended this event. I also want to thank the organisers, Baraka Community Association, and Councillor Qasim and his team for this great event. I also want to thank my friend Mohammed Sahab for always delivering a very enjoyable event. intaas kadib waxaan rabaa inaan u hambaliyeeyo saaxiibkay Councillor Qasim for the great achievement oo u soo hoyay dhammaan bulshada Soomaaliyeed ee ku nool dalkan saaxiibkay Qasim waa soo sheegay waa nin aqoon waqti dheer leh isku leenahay waligiis wuxuu ku dadaali jiray inuu bulshada wax u qabto inuu dadka wax u qabto marka ani farxad gaar ah ay tahay inuu maanta achievement-gaan oo gaaray intaas kadib waxaan rabaa in sidoo kale u hambaliyeeyo barnaamijkan dhalinyarada u qabanay Somali British graduates oo ka qalin jabiyay jaamacadaha dalka sidoo kale waxaan rabaa si gaar ah ayagana inaan u hambaliyeeyo raggii iyo gabdhihii ku guuleystay sanadkan 2023 abaalmarinta Somali British graduates. dhalinyaradaas waxaan leeyahay dadaalka sii wada keep the hard work weli waa bilow waxaan idinka rabaa insha Allah in guule intaan ka badan inaad gaartiin ummadiina aad wax u qabatiin sidoo kale waxaan rabaa inaan u hambaliyeeyo dadka sababta u ahay in dhalinyaradan ay ku guuleystaan sanadkan sidoo kale ay qalinjabiyaan waalidiintii dhalay waxaan leeyahay congratulation shaqo adag oo muhiim ah qabateen annaga oo og in caruur lagu koriyo waddankan dhibaatada iyo dhibka laga maro marka waxaan leeyahay aad iyo aad u mahadsantihiin shaqo fiican oo adag qabateen waxaan intaas ku daraa waalidiinta shaqaday qabteen korintii iyo markii tarbiyada ilmaha lagu daro in culays badan dalka ayagoo waddankan ognahay dhibka leeyahay ayagoo shaqaynayo ayagoo ilmihii iyo guryihii iyo familkii ka warqabo in dalkii dhinaciisa naftirkiisa shaqo badan ay ka qabteen waa ognahay inay teleefoono badan idinku soo dhacaan la leeyahay wax soo dira biilkeena lacagkeena qaaraankeena iyo wax walba marka inta waxaa aada idinku hambaliyeynaynaa dadaalka iyo oo la taaban karo hadday ahaan lahayd waddankan iyo waddanka iyo dalkeena intaba aad ka geysateen sidoo kale lacagahaas aad soo dirtiin waxay lafdhabar u yihiin dhaqaalaha waddanka ay lafdhabar u yihiin waxaa idinka codsanaa in dhalinyarada oo aad koriseen in arrintaas naftirkeeda aad ku dhiiriseen in dalkii wax laga qabto ehelkii dalka jiray in wax ay u diraan intaas kadib objectiveyada ugu waaweyn oo shirkadda hormuud loo aasaasay waxay ahayd inay isku xirto dalkii iyo soomaalidii banaanka usoo baxay arrintaas waxay weligeed u ahayd lafdhabar arrimaha ay shirkadda qabato annagoo arrintaas ka duuleyno waxaa ku dadaalnay in dhalinyarada wadamada qurbaha joogo inaan ku xirno waddankeena annagoo barnaamijyadan oo Somali British graduates iyo barnaamijyo lamid ah u qabanayno si dhalinyaradii dalkii aysan u hilmaamin dalkana ay ku soo laabtaan dalkana wax ay u qabtaan intaas kadib waxaa aad u jeclahay aan mar walba ku baraarujinaa dhalinyarada Soomaaliyeed wax baratay in mar walba ay maanka ku hayaan in dalkii u soo laabtaan ayna wax ka qabtaan waddanka Soomaalida meel walba ku gudaha joogo iyo ku dibadda joogo intaba uu wada baahan yahay anaga ka shirkad hormuud ahaan waxaa jeclaan lahaa inaan idin facilitate gareyno anything aad jeceshiin inaan dalkii u qabatiin inaan idin facilitate gareyno marka waxaan idin leeyahay wada shaqeyn wacan sidoo kale waxaa idinku soo dhaweynaynaa anybody oo dalka imaanayo in waddankii ay wax ka qabtaan insha Allah Finally, I want to thank the UK government for always handing a hand to the Somali community here in Somalia, here in the UK and back in Somalia. I want to thank them for hosting our people here in the UK and providing with the support such as education and housing and other support. I want to thank again Councillor Kasim and the Braka Community Association for this outstanding event. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
waxbartaan barwaaqo gaarne beertuu isticmaalka beeray bakshiishkiyo bahabahaystu beertuu isticmaalka beeray bakshiishkiyo bahabahaystu qabiilka la buufinayo asaageena ku beegsan mayne qabiilka la buufinayo asaagen ku beegsan mayne waxbartaan barwaaqo gaarne waxbartaan barwaaqo gaarne
دمان محمد كور عليه السلام يا سلام السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته دمان لحظة بيتهاكن هذه المقام هاي كونسل هذا مكانياش بالشدة خوي هندا دليرو يوردين دمانتي وعليكم السلام يا مركز السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته وعن قدر يا مهندسي لوجيدي qabanqaabiyaashii munaasabadan oo barako community iyo council qaasim iyo dhammaan intii ka shaqaysay runtii su-aasha la weydiiyey ee ahayd maxaad dareemaysaa markii aad barnaamijkan oo kale u qabsoono ama ay soo baxdo natiijo shaqaha qabateen insaanka waxa ugu fiican ugu wanaagsan niyadiisa waxay tahay markii uu hawl qabto hawshaasi ay dhammaato ay wanaag ku dhammaato marka hawsha markaad qabanaysa marka hore way adag tahay way culus tahay way dhib badan tahay laakiin natiijadeedu markay soo baxdo ay si wanaagsan ku dhammaato waa wax ugu wanaagsan anaga hadda Cameraman Foundation ahaan waxaan leenahay deeq waxbarasho sanadla ah oo lagu tartamo si furan sanadkii 30 arday ayaan deeq waxbarasho siinaa jaamacadeed sanadkan hadda 2023 waxaa farxad ma ah in dufcadda ugu horeysa ee kala jiri doonto ardadaas waxay dhigtaan jaamacado kala duwan waxay leeyihin takhasusaad kala duwan waxaa loogu tartamaa si daahfuran model in arday Soomaaliyeed waxbarashada ugu fiican awoodi kara aanay dhaqaale ama lacag la-aan darteed aan uga harin imtixaanka iyo processkan oo noqdo transparency uu cad yahay waxay ku dhacdaa si digital ah laga soo bilaabo applicationka marka la sameynaayo imtixaanka loo fariisanaayo imtixaanka waxaa saxaya dejinaya anaga meelaha banaan oo qoyana arday hadda ka qalin jibinaysa guriga ugu horeeya maanta waxay sheegay imtixaanka maanta galayay marna ma aaminsanay inaan heli doono marka deeqdaas waxbarasho hadda waxay markaa 120 arday sanad kasta sanadkiiba 30 soo baxda 30 way qalin jibi doontaa sida daa'ima sheegay sanadka waxaan qayb ka noqonay barnaamijka dowladda ingiriiska ee Children Scholarship laba arday oo kamid anaga soo isboonsanay ayaa hadda dhiganaya sameynaya master oo qalin jibi doono September masters mid horita jaamacadda Sussex University midna Granville University qaar kale sanadkan soo bixi doonaan sanad kasta waxaan rajeynaya markaan kordhino ardayda deeq waxbarashada siin waxaa kamid ah ardayda aragga la waxaa hadda jaamacad dhigto 20 arday oo aan arag la oo ka soo baxay iskuulkeena 20 arday 18 kamid waa ka dhow tobankii wareyso soo bandhigi doona sanadka dambe sidoo kale iskuulka goleesha anu asigana dalka ka jiro iskuulka kaliya weyn ah intaa waxaa dheer ardayda si shaksiga ah iyo kala goonigoonida loo tababaro ardayda deeq waxbarasho aan siinay oo dalka gudihiisa jaamacadaha ku barta inay jaamacadda aadaan ay gabi waxbartaan keliya kuma ekayno laakiin waxaan siinaa taageero joogto ah ama waxa loo yaqaan extra curriculum oo muxaadaraad bilo ah summer courses iyo mataqaanaa follow up ardayga waxaa kamid ah ujeedada kale maxay tahay ardaygan inuu wax ku barto lacag Soomaaliyeed inaan wasaarshiisha wax ku baran isla markaas uu dalkiisa wax ku barto si daacad oo cadaalad ah oo daahfuran uu wax ku helay waana ragaalad iyo rijalays iyo ka maran asigana haddii uu sidaas ku shaqeeyo ardayga haddii 95% course noqo attendigiisa waxbarashada weynaya haddii uu macnaha taanka natiijada kala galo uu ka hoos maro B ama at least C ayuu hoos galayaa wajiyada maxaa rabnaa aan soo saarno ay noqdaan dad u fiican marka hadalka waa dheereeyey waxaan maleynaya su-aal yar yahay marka aad mahadsan tihiin طبعا